Right, so today we are going to be fitting some VW T5/T6 steel wheels to my Volkswagen Caddy. Oh, but before we do that, can we just take a minute to appreciate the factory 15-inch steels with wheel trims on? Enjoying your breakfast, mate? Right, so here are the beasts. Take a look at these steelies. Absolutely lovely. Don't be fooled by what you see here. Now, they're not in like 10 out of 10 condition, of course. The idea is to get them on the van, test fit them, make sure I like the way they drive and feel on the van, and then eventually I will be taking them back off, giving them a nice lick of paint. They will look decent when they're on. We've even got some centre caps. I'm just hoping these will fit on the new bolts that I've got with the adapter kit. Now, the next thing you're probably wondering is how on earth am I going to fit T5/T6 wheels on a Caddy, because the PCD is different. I've got some adapters which I bought on eBay from a company called PCD Parts, and what this does is bolts onto your existing hub and it changes the PCD from 112 to 120, which is what the transporters are. So we've got all the bolts here because you need shorter bolts. You can't use the original bolts because they'll be too long. So the whole kit basically comes with everything you need in order to get these on there. Now, an important thing to note is if you are going to fit steel wheels to your Caddy and you want these adapters, you need to make sure you buy the one specifically for steel wheels. And if you're going to fit alloy wheels, you need to make sure you get the alloy wheel adapters, okay? So just make sure you get the right ones. I'll leave a link in the description anyway. The good thing is this kit comes with a decent set of instructions because we all like to be told how to do things step by step, so it makes your life a lot easier. There is also a troubleshooting thing at the back if you get any issues. Now, the first step on the list is to make sure the bolts are the same length throughout, because if they're not, then you're going to have problems, aren't you? So I'm happy that these are the same length. I'm going to test fit one of these adapters to the wheels, make sure the bolts don't protrude through the back, and I'm going to show you that now. Don't forget your gloves, mate. Let's grab a dirty old steel wheel. Bloody hell, mate, these are heavy. Right, so let's see if this lines up nicely. Perfect, that's all good. Now what I'm going to do is just tighten this up hand tight all the way through, just to check that it's the right depth for the adapter, which it is, because you can see here that isn't protruding through the other side, so that's nice. That's what we want to see, and yeah, they are the correct pitch. So it's perfect. I think I'm in luck because I've just test fitted this and they do seem to bolt on it. Pucker, mate, I'm bloody buzzing about this. Right, let's get the old wheels off and pop the new ones on. Right, let's pop this off. Beautiful, look at the state of that. Oh, man. That is on there tight, mate. I was literally swinging off that to crack these. Oh dear. Let's jack the fan up and whip this wheel off. Mate, if I worked at Quick Fit, they'd have to rename it Slow Fit. Hey, these things are minging. Here we go. Beautiful. So next thing is to clean this hub. I've got some brake cleaner and I've also got some sandpaper, so I'm just going to lightly sand off any bits that are like sticking out, because it's got to go flush. You can't have any sort of debris or crap basically between it. In the manual it says use some copper grease, just a little bit if you wish, to stop the hub from sticking to the adapter. So all I'm going to do is spray a little bit of this, minding the discs obviously, just to stop it from sticking. Beautiful. Then we can fit the adapter. Look at that, lovely job. Then everything's got to go on hand tight first of all, and do not use an impact wrench whatsoever on these adapters, because you'll get 10 years bad luck. No, they say basically use hand tools only. I think that's because obviously the risk of cross threading, over tightening and things, so just make sure you do that correctly. And then what I'm going to do in a minute is use a torque wrench to set the torque on these. Right, that's the adapter torqued up. Next thing I'm going to do is fit the wheel. Now I'm just going to clean the back of the wheel because we don't want any crap going on the new adapter. Love a bit of brake cleaner, mate. Beautiful. And then any like rust, you can use a wire brush to remove, or a bit of sandpaper. Look at that, let's just come off of that. Lovely, that's now ready to fit. Now, these things weigh a ton. Hand tight, peeps, hand tight, remember that. Right, that's all on hand tight. I'm going to torque them up and then we should be able to lower the van, put the hubcap on and whiz around and do the rest. Let's chuck the cap on them and lower the van down and see what she looks like. Bosh. Tell you what, they're going to need a bloody good clean, these things. They look absolutely filthy. Wait, just take a look at those beasts. Now, what I'm going to do, because I don't want to bore the hell out of you, I'm going to walk around, change all of the wheels, and then we'll go and get the van cleaned, and yeah, let's go from there, yeah? Right, so as you can see, the monster truck has got the new wheels fitted. Now, I've only put these on as a test fit because I wanted to see what exactly does the van drive like and handle like before obviously committing to painting them, putting new tyres on them, etc, etc. So these will be coming off shortly. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to powder coat them or hand bash them myself. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do. Powder coating is obviously a lot more money. It's like £60 a wheel. You do get a good finish. On the other token, they are just steel wheels, but nonetheless I want them to look decent. I must say I'm very impressed with how these look, especially that the van hasn't been lowered or anything like that. It does look and feel like a bit of a monster truck, but I will be sorting that problem out with the arch gap soon. I'm probably going to fit some coilovers to drop it down a little bit, so that'll be another video I'll end up doing. Whether or not I can do that myself, I'm not sure. I don't really like doing mechanical stuff to vans and cars. I don't mind doing interior things, but the mechanical side of things, I just find it really messy. So yeah, you're probably wondering, what does the van actually drive like with these wheels on? Now, my first impression was the van seemed a bit higher. They'll obviously be because the wheels been a little bit bigger. They are 17s as opposed to 15s. So you do feel like you're a little bit higher up. The other thing I've noticed is I've lost quite a bit of acceleration, it feels. I don't know if it's because of the smaller wheel would make the van spin the wheels faster, lower end, but it definitely feels like it's lost a bit of acceleration. This is the poverty spec. It's only got 75 horsepower, so it will need a remap at some point, just so we can get it a little bit faster than what it is now. The other thing I noticed, which is a massive positive, is it handles so much better with these on. That could be also because the tyre is a little bit wider, and also we've got the 20mm adapters either side, so the axle is actually 40mm wider front and rear. So being a bit wider, it's going to give it a bit more better handling, or traction, whatever. But just take a look at them. I think they look sick. We need to spray these though for sure. These are looking worn out, but I'm sure you guys get the gist of what I'm going to be doing to this. And then the other thing I noticed is the speedo reads spot on, 100%. You know, normally like a speedometer will overread 10% on your gauge, roughly, give or take. If I'm doing 30 mile an hour, my GPS reader on the dash cam I've got says I'm doing 30 mile an hour. Same when I was doing 70, it says 70. It's not overreading at all. So yeah, there's no need for me to do anything with the speedo. I'm not sure if you even can. So one thing I'm sure you're all wondering, and that is the golden question, how much did the wheels cost? Now, I paid £140 for these. Obviously they are second hand and they are pretty old, but to be fair, they're not ruined. They just need a lick of paint. He even chucked in the wheel caps, which I didn't even expect. And to be honest, I think for the money, they are well worth it. And also I spent £225 or £215. I'll leave a link in the description for the adapters. Obviously you need the adapter kit to fit these. You can't just fit them straight on. So far, if I can do quick maths, that is what, 350 quid? It's going to need a couple of new tyres and obviously paint. So I reckon, what, 500-600 quid in total, and you've got yourself a nice set of Ian Bills. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me know what colour you think I should go for when I paint them. I've got an idea in mind. I was going to do them silver or potentially like a grey colour. I think that would look good. I also will need a few tips if anyone's got any on lowering the Caddy, because I believe it's like, is it leaf springs or something on the rear where you have to flip something? I don't think it's like a traditional shock on the back. So yeah. Anyway, it's cold out here. The sun's about to set, and I think that's going to be it for this video. Hope you found it useful, and if you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.